there are four key things that I think people should be looking at when they're looking at hiring. And the first is to really do a good job of telling their story. So even if you're just an owner, operator, you've never hired someone, you're an owner, operator for a reason. So what was that reason? What made you go want to do it yourself? You thought you could do it better. You thought maybe you could do it with more integrity. You thought you had a skill that could benefit customers. So tell that story, because these days candidates have choices. You probably won't be their only job offer. So how do they choose you in the end? And part of that is just by sharing who you are. Where are you on your journey as a company? Why did you get into this in the first place? And sometimes you got to reach back and remember, because if you're out there looking to hire, you're probably frustrated. You're probably overworked. You probably are not sending out the signals necessarily all the time of like, this is the best place to work, because you're in that situation of really needing someone yesterday.
But you want that story to be real, authentic, motivating, like catalyzing for someone to come join your mission, right? Your view of the world that you want to, and the pursuits and the dreams that you have. You want them to become a part of that, so it has to be something that's real, and that they'll have that same visceral response that you do.
Yeah, so that's the first, is to really connect with why you got into this in the first place, and then share that story. So let's say you were going to post a job online or post something down at the local trade school, if they've got a bulletin board. Don't just copy what the other guys are doing. I mean, be informed by that, like know how people are describing jobs, but then tell your story. People remember stories. The bullet points are nice, but like why? Why your company? So that's really the first thing. So then the second thing is to have a process, to have a hiring process. And
which you are best in class at. And I'm an operator, and I love process, right? I love systems. You have the best hiring process that I've yet come across. And so where did that come from?
Yeah, I mean, we built a replicable machine, to have stages and steps, and then to follow them through. But once you map them out, it does become easy. I mean, it doesn't necessarily create more techs in the world, but at least when you find one, you know that you've got a solid process, nothing's getting missed, no balls are getting dropped. If you tell someone you'll call them back on Wednesday, you call them back on Wednesday.
But to be clear, Mel, it's simple. Like, you're not talking about rocket science.
No.
You're talking about just a system that is deliberate, like I'm going to do this and this and this every time.
Right.
So give an example or a couple examples of how our process runs.
Yeah,
might help other people.
So for one of our most common positions, we start with a phone screen. So it's a conversation, it's 20 minutes or so. It's with a member of the people team. And they find out what that person's looking for. Make sure they've read the job description, make sure that they really have the experience they say they do. And then from there, they schedule someone to come in on site and meet with a couple of people. We also have a little sort of work product test where we have them do a mock phone call like they might get. We actually do it while they're here. They sit in one conference room, we sit in the other, and they give us a call, and we go through a bit of a script and just see how do they really sound. So it's a real live demonstration. And then from there, we have a process of voting. It's pretty simple.
Right.
Yes, let's bring them back for an interview. No, let's not. Or like, hey, let's talk about it some. And everyone involved.
Everyone's vote is equal, right?
Everyone's vote is equal. Yeah, I can't overrule the process. We all collaborate, and then we do
because we all have to work with that person.
Absolutely.
So it's important that we all have a say. And no matter what my position or your position is, the people in the front line are the ones who will be closest to that individual most likely anyway. So everyone has an equal vote.
Yep, everyone has equal vote. And then we bring them back for one final interview and do the same round of voting and then make an offer. And we can run that process over and over again, and we can run it with amazing speed, and we will often talk to candidates who have 2 or 3 things in process and we finish first, but not because we cut a corner or don't do the work. The third one I want to touch on is a little bit controversial. We've been talking about finding good people and keeping good people, but the third item is to embrace your past, which means there are probably some folks that got away. There's that good employee that's not working for you anymore that maybe went to work somewhere else. Maybe they went to go do it on their own. Maybe they even took a customer and you're not feeling so